I took an advice for the born Muslim. Me, I be being a pastor, but now the character for the Muslim people, it make me for become a Muslim. Yes, no man who preach Islam for me.
In this video, I'm going to be reacting to an ex-Christian pastor who converted to Islam. He lays a few arguments against Christianity in favor of his new religion. Let's see if he had any case.
So I the one advice that the born Muslim them, because I the see like for social media, I the see some Muslim man they want turn into Christianity, into Christian. I say, but you want maybe madness on our way, because when I don't study Bible, I see lie them inside Bible, plenty lies them. Like for instance, someone will say which lie we want to talk. Me I be look as when I don't study Bible, I see for inside Bible way he talk for some place like for Hebrew chapter 11 verse 5. He talks in this so Enoch, God be taking for up body and soul. Therefore another place he talks say God take Elijah for up body and soul. But now when Messiah when he come, we they call and say Jesus, we went on a lie. Maybe not just lie. We white man just deceive people them. So when the Messiah become, for instance, John chapter 3 verse 13, the Messiah talks say, I come up for heaven come. Say no man no one go heaven. So now the highest big lie that.
This so-called ex-pastor claims that there are a lot of lies in the Bible, and as an example quotes the book of Hebrew chapter 11 verse 5, which reads, quote, "By faith Enoch was taken away so that he did not see death and was not found, because God had taken him. For before he was taken, he had this testimony that he pleased God." He also goes on to quote John chapter 3 verse 13, which reads, quote, "No one has ascended to heaven but he who came down from heaven, that is, the Son of Man who is in heaven." According to this man, this is a contradiction, as Jesus claimed no one had gone to heaven except him. But is this really the case? If we are to answer this supposed contradiction, we have to read in context. And what is the context? We find Jesus talking to Nicodemus about being born again, and Nicodemus is finding it hard to believe. So Jesus confronts the unbelief of Nicodemus in building up from verse 10, which reads, "Jesus answered and said to him, Are you the teacher of Israel, and do not know these things? Most assuredly I say to you, we speak what we know and testify what we have seen, and you do not receive our witness. If I have told you earthly things and you do not believe, how will you believe if I tell you heavenly things? No one has ascended to heaven but he who came down from heaven, that is, the Son of Man who is in heaven." As we can see, Jesus is clearly pointing out that no one who had died had ever come back to earth to tell the mysteries of heaven. But he, Jesus, who is from heaven, has seen all things and has come and is telling said mysteries. This is made clear in verse 12, where Jesus says he has told earthly things to Nicodemus and he finds it hard to believe. So what more of the heavenly things which Jesus is saying? If our ex-Christian pastor was really intentional about his Christian faith, this would have been a really easy thing to spot, but he chose to cloud his mind with the lies of Islam.
It just need a study. If you study the Bible, you go say true. These white people then really take black man, say black man a foolish man. But when I be go now, when I be started to read the study about Quran, as I'm say from the beginning way, the law will begin for the forefathers like Muhammad. Say now the law of God is began for the people. Nothing never change. Even the Muslims they fear for even disobey the law they don't give for them. But I even see some laws them for Bible. Now inside Muslim they obey that law. I say, but now which kind of thing this? So the laws the way the forefathers for Christianity they give them, they need to even obey them. Then they think that Patajo over there, they hear different translation them, Good News, a New International Living, King James Bible, do you want to talk your own, do you want to talk your own, do you want to talk your own, the Quran has said one, and all the talk now one thing, contradiction no day, the Bible contradiction day.
Our ex-Christian pastor goes on to say that Christians don't follow the law like the Jews do, and he claims Muslims are even better followers of the law than Christians. If this man was a faithful Christian, he would have known the basic knowledge that Christians are no longer under the old covenant and so don't need to follow all these laws. He claims there are many Bible versions that say different things, in contrast to the Quran, which is only one. Again, if he was a true Christian, he would have known that all those versions are simply translations gotten from a common source, with some prioritizing the meanings and other prioritizing the word-for-word translation. This is not different from the Quran, which also has several English translations, and even worse, these translations are not gotten from a common source, as some may be translated from either the Hafs or Warsh or other versions of the Quran which contradict each other. If you are interested, I go deeper in the topic of Bible preservation in my other videos, and if you want to learn more about that, check out the link in the description. Stay away from Islam. God bless.